Get ready with me to be Lola from Shark Tale. Go to part 1 if you want to see the eyes. I did like kind of a bleached brow situation. I'm not sure that I love it, you know? But I think when you see it with the wig, it will make sense because I already did this makeup look once for my Halloween party and I like glued the whole wig down. I dyed a wig, you guys. I'm really excited for you to see it. And we literally, like, I got some photos with my mom in my bedroom, but it was like a mess in the bedroom. The lighting wasn't good and I digress. We're gonna get some photos tonight. I am actually not in a matching costume with my husband for the first time since we met. And we met in November. So we've had one less Halloween than we've been together. Hopefully the brows turn out good, you know, is what I'm thinking, like with the wig. And if they don't, I can just go in and make them my normal brows. But they stood out way too much when I wore it the first time with the wig. So that's kind of why I did what I did this time. Again, the eye tutorial and me doing my eyebrows is in the first part. I just didn't have enough time. I like to chat, sit down, get ready with you guys, you know? And I also am doing my mom's makeup. She has to go to work today, but they're allowed to dress up. So I think I'm gonna do like colorful skull makeup on half her face. She will be here later. And then I had someone message me last night at like 1 a.m. for a last minute clown look. So she's gonna be here at some point today. And I also told my husband I would make chili today. And I can't believe that I told him I would do that because what was I thinking? How am I gonna get all that done? Yes, technically Lola has a purple like matte eyeshadow look, but this is, you know, Lola in human form. Like obviously I'm not a cartoonized beta fish, you know what I'm saying? And did I tell you I'm going trick-or-treating with my nephew? That's why I'm doing this makeup. Like I'm not actually doing anything. I wish that we had trick-or-treaters come to our house, but we don't. That is really sad. So until we have our children of our own, I just kind of do everything that is holiday, you know, inspired, that's for a holiday with my nephew, which is fine with me. But eventually one day we will have children to do this with, but for now we do not. I'm kind of just doing my normal base routine with a little bit of tweaks. I almost never get a Halloween makeup person book me in advance. They always book very, very, very last minute, and it's always like one person, which I don't mind. I think people are like, oh, can you do makeup? Oh, you can do makeup. You can do creative makeup. Can you do creative makeup? Can you get me in? Like, I think people realize at the last minute, like, oh, I'm just gonna hire someone to do this, which is fine. It's fine. I did get to the point where I stopped advertising Halloween makeup because people just wouldn't bite. They wouldn't take it. And then I almost, like I said, always get a very last minute ask for Halloween makeup. My mom, I've done her makeup one other time that she's worked. It just depends where she works and if she's allowed to dress up. I did like a spider on her face one year and she loved that. So she asked me if I would do it for her this year. And I was like, of course I will. My mom wasn't working. She absolutely would be going trick-or-treating with her grandson, my nephew. But, you know how the economy is right now, you know? So she just actually picked up a second job and has been working. She was working 60 hours a week, left the job that she was working because of, you know, you guys know. You guys know how that goes. And after a couple of months, they asked for her back and she finally was like, I guess, but you're gonna give me the title that I've deserved for over 3 years, and this is the negotiation of the pay that I will take, and I'm not going full-time with you guys until I'm comfortable doing that because I have another job where I make money. So, you know, just life. I'm sure you guys know. I just haven't done like a chit-chat, sit down, get ready with you. Not a whole lot has changed in my actual life. I've been video gaming a lot. Like that's what I feel like I'm spending all of my time doing lately because that new video game launched and my husband are very much into it. I'm trying to really chisel out my face because she's obviously a cartoon character, so her face is like very, very, very perfect, don't get me wrong, but I want this to be pretty dimensional and pretty intense because of just how cartoonish she is, and that's kind of what I'm trying to get across without it being too crazy. It's Halloween, we're allowed to have fun. I really prefer to go in on a smaller brush with my contour for my nose to really chisel this out perfectly instead of a big fluffy brush. Just feel like everything ends up looking a little bit better. I am not gonna lie, I love all holidays and try to be present for all of them and really do my fullest best effort. But once our Halloween party was over, I was like, okay, I'm ready for the holidays now. Like, I'm excited. I'm thinking about things I'm gonna make for Thanksgiving this year. I'm thinking about doing Christmas cookie boxes. I've been thinking about how I'm gonna decorate this year, and I'm just like really excited. I've done some Christmas shopping already. I really like to curate like my Christmas wrapping paper to be something fun. I started that actually last year where I wrapped every single person's present pretty much just about every single person's present in this beautiful matte dark green paper with this velvet green matching bow like on all of them, and it looked so good, but it was craft paper and it was actually honestly like really hard to wrap with that craft paper. So I already like went ahead and like looked at what I can do, and I think I'm gonna do I know everyone is like obsessed with the Ralph Lauren Christmas, okay? That is actually like an aesthetic I have been chasing and trying to obtain for a really long time. So having all these videos of people break it down really easily and simply for the aesthetic part is quite nice. Like I think that's actually going to help me in the long run, because it's something I've been trying to obtain, like I said, for a while, is like this chicer kind of color palette, but I still want Christmas to be fun, you know what I'm saying? Blush, I think we have to do She's a Doll. I think that that's the rule here. We've got to go with this. And if you notice, my face has a lot of dimension and it looks quite crazy, just a little bit too intense. That's because when we go in with powder, it's going to dilute everything, and again, I do want it to be a little bit more intense given that it is Halloween, low lighting, you know, all of the things. And yeah, sometimes it's just fun to play in makeup and do a little bit more than what you normally would. Also, I'm really trying hard here to bring back 26 makeup. I feel like there's just like a couple of us creators that are carrying it on our back. We are trying, but people are still just obsessed with the clean girl aesthetic, which I get, I totally get, but I am ready for cut creases and glitter and the full thing to be back. Even I'm a little guilty of contributing to that, because I haven't even fully like dug in to where like I am the person who like goes out and is seen in my full glam cut crease. Like I'll do it at home, you know? So I really need to contribute to that. But for holidays, I am always in full glam. My family thinks I'm crazy, but I've done that since I was like 12 years old. Before I set my under eye, I've been liking going in, oh, that's the wrong brush, with my eyeshadow underneath my eye first. I don't know why. And then kind of going back in and touching it up after we powder everything. So that's what we're gonna do. And we want our eyes to appear just like a little bit bigger than they actually are. So I'm gonna bring this out and we're gonna blend that out as well, just a little bit further than what I typically would do. And I'm just using the darkest shade in this P. Louise Breakfast Bites palette, which is the palette that I used for this look. Again, if you want to see the eye look, you can go to part 1. We chatted, and it's a full video. It's a long video, so that's why we're here with part 2. I'm gonna go in and start setting with the Laura Mercier, and this is where we're gonna lose just a little bit of that dimension, but we're also just gonna be like set, mattified, porcelain, beautiful, blurred. This is waterproof, and it's only 11:30 in the morning, and we're not going trick-or-treating until 6. So I need this to last, and I know that it will, but that's kind of why I'm going with this. I'm going to use a little bit of the L'Oreal Blurfection underneath my eye. Actually, no, I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution translucent powder underneath my eye. I love this stuff and have put her down just because I've been obsessed with those two powders lately, but I really like the way this one keeps my under eye pretty bright, and we want that today specifically, so we're going to go in with 2 powders. Is that high maintenance? Yes. Do I care? Not really. No, not really. Okay, now we get to go in and blend. For the blending of the under eye, I'm going to use this lightest shade here. And we're going to light pressure and start blending her out and dragging her down a little bit. Take your time with this. I'm going to go with this medium shade and blend it out just a little bit more, because I do want more. More is more is more. Bring her down just a little bit more. And of course, we're going to go in with the powder blush, and She's a Doll. And hit our cheeks with this. Also our forehead, chin, and nose, just to add that color. And then, yeah, I will definitely make a video with my wig, but there's no way I'm putting on my wig right now. Her lips were Forever Walnut, and we're gonna cut it off like right here to make the lips seem a little bit more circular, like hers are in the movie, kind of like if you were doing a doll, and kind of overline here in the center of the lip. See that? The sides of my mouth with my foundation brush, just to kind of make that appear less noticeable. NYX Gloss Stain Concealer with the 3-second setting mist. Perfect for Halloween. That's the finished Lola makeup look. Stay tuned so you guys can see the